photos and a piece of paper.
Yep.
Who is the chap that someone's put a big blue blob next to his head?
So that's our father's uncle.
What was his name?
Harold. I can't remember his surname. I think it might have been Jones.
You can't remember his surname?
No, sorry.
Just Harold. And Harold is standing next to an enormous aircraft.
Yeah.
Bomber, First World War. We don't think of them having bombers that big in the First World War, but there he is, aircrew. And then here he is on his motorbike. And really, that's all you've got. 2 photos, and you can't remember his surname.
No, sorry.
Okay. However, you've got a bit of paper. And out of all of the bits of paper that we're going to ever see in this 100th anniversary of the end of the Great War, then this probably is the most important. It's a signal pad. It was given to your dad?
Yeah, given to him by our granddad. And just said, because my dad was a radio operator in the Second World War, and then subsequently was in the civil service as a radio operator, said it might have been an interest and had he seen it before.
So it's a penciled note written down by a radio operator as a coded message has come in, and he's taken down that message.
All the dit-dit-dar-dars and all.
Yeah, which is why it's broken into blocks, because he's listening to the dots as it comes in. When I first saw this, I thought, wow, can't be, but it is. It's timed at 10:20 AM on the 11th of November 1918, 40 minutes before the Great War finished. And it says, hostilities will cease at 11 o'clock today. The end of 4.5 years of that carnage of the First World War, and the day that they said at 11 o'clock because the guns fell silent. Well, someone had to tell them to do that, and this is it. These went out to all units, but they got lost. They've gone. Hostilities will cease at 11 o'clock today, and no operations are to be taken which cannot be completed by that hour, and no machine will cross the line after that hour, and patrols will be maintained, but should not operate beyond our forward line or balloons. The war's over. We can all go home. 10 lines in pencil, and it all stops. It's just almost so pathetic that that's what it took to stop that carnage. And he kept it. It's one of the most iconic things you'll ever see from the First World War, with 40 minutes to go, and the guns fired right up till the last minute.
Alright, so people still might have died in that last 40 minutes.
They reckon that the last man killed was a Canadian, and he was killed as the clock struck 11. So they fought right up to the last minute, with all of the officers and the headquarters knowing, with that bit of paper, that they were going to stop. It's incredible. It really is an incredible piece of paper. It's not unique in as much that that was the only one that was ever issued. There were lots of them that went out to all of the different units. But how many do you still see? I mean, how many are left in the world that stopped the greatest, most horrific war the world has ever seen? Thank you so much for bringing that in. That's just the war to end all wars, and the piece of paper that ended it.
And almost 100 years to the day.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.